Oh, hello. I wasn't sure if the live stream was working. This is just a test. Oh yes, you guys. you. Oh man, yeah, you guys get a sneak peek into the future. I do get a vehicle. Caleb pulled through. uh, it's a Ford Ranger, 1999 Ford Ranger XLT. Yeah, I've been putting stuff together. It's hella sketchy. Engine works. Yeah, we did a what did we do? Yeah, so Sunday, 2 days ago, we drove up. It was not starting at all. It had no spark. We called 3 different mechanics and we were like asking them questions, trying to troubleshoot what the issue is or was. We finally landed on a sensor that went out. We were guessing that's what the issue was. So we were like, okay, let's go drive 45 minutes to the closest parts store. We drove there. We came back and we were like crossing our fingers, like, please, like, let's please let this work. Turned it over, started right up effortlessly. It's got oil leaks, coolant leak, front end suspension fudged. I don't know if I can. I need to learn about live streams, but I wasn't gonna do a Q&A. I didn't expect. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect. It looks like we have 33 people right now. I didn't expect a bunch of people here. I was just gonna like see if it worked. You guys can like hear everything, right? It's working fine. And I assume there's some delay between what I say and what everyone sees. Sweet. I don't think. Oh, somebody's calling the IRS. You can call them. I don't think they are gonna want my I think it's $10.14 of taxes. Um, I've not been bridge jumping. Holy shit! I have like 82 people on right now. I wasn't gonna do a Q&A yet. I could. I'm trying to think. What time is it? It's almost 11. I mean, I know somebody's like, now you gotta do a Q&A. Oh, frat. Ignore the haters. Content's been enjoyable. I love that. Let's see. Let's see. I got this vent clip for my phone so I can navigate easier. Oh, perfect. It's I got my streaming setup right here. Absolutely perfect. Okay. I'm not sure the best. Oh, so you guys are getting the sneak peek. I already got car insurance. So what we did is we kept it under Caleb's name. He insured the vehicle, and then he added me as a driver on the vehicle. It's gonna be $250 a month. It involves me trusting Caleb, but so far, I mean, he gave me a fucking. Oh, I don't know if I can swear. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope not. He gave me a vehicle, so I trust him. Um, so insured. I'm fully legal because I have my license and everything. So that's awesome. Keep dropping questions. If you guys have any burning questions that you've been wanting answered, this is the perfect time. I'm gonna just wait for the it takes. The $250 for insurance is a ton, but it's because I'm under 18, I think, probably. Yeah, exactly. Somebody's like, $250 is reasonable for a 17-year-old in Michigan. Yeah. Yes, I'm sleeping in the truck. I didn't pay any for the truck. We spent $55 on getting the part to fix it, and the guy's loaning it to me for 6 months or through the winter, and he also knows if I were to crash it, we kind of went over that, and he was chill. The car is drivable. I drove it to work today, which is made me so happy because it was raining too. These videos are like an IRL survival RPG lol. Yeah, that's so true. That's so on point. It's what it feels like too. Like, and then mostly it just sucks. Bang, like 100 when I was 18 insured. Yeah, but this guy's saying it's only like $100 for insurance under 18. You might have been on your parents' plan. That might be a little bit cheaper if you have a really good history. I'm not sure. It's also, are you in Michigan? That would be the question, because Michigan's way more expensive. See your. Okay, somebody has a question. I see your videos are sitting around 2K views per video. What do you need for this to be a success before you give up? 2K isn't enough for real TV money. So, or real YouTube money. Honestly, 2,000 views right now is paying me like $20 a day. If I funnel that into an investment account in 20 years, adjusting for inflation, I would have about 200,000, which honestly, I'm not complaining about. And it would make my hourly rate. I put about an hour into content every day, so I'm making about $20 an hour. The content's gonna, like, the channel's gonna keep growing. Like, I don't see a reason that it would stop, especially with, I have some plans in the future. Coming up in like 4 days, I'm meeting with this guy that I met at the soup kitchen. He's been fighting alongside with me. We meet at lunch. Nowadays I'm not at the soup kitchen much. But anyway, we're gonna shoot a video. His thing is, like, he's wanted to start a channel forever, going up and talking to girls, and he asked if I could shout him out, and I was like, yeah, I mean, let's I'll shout you out for sure. And then he was like, now do you want to film a segment with me? And so I was like, I guess so. Yes, I do. And so we're gonna film that, and I think we're gonna approach some girls or something. A little bit not exactly focused on getting off the streets, but it should be pretty interesting. Let's see. Somebody wants me to turn on the members option for more revenue. Honestly, the channel's not, like, the revenue right now is not my biggest concern. My biggest concern, because I'm not using the YouTube revenue to get off the streets, the biggest thing for me right now is figuring out how do I not freeze this winter. And that's what I think something people don't see in the videos is that, well, you should, but, like, I'm very committed to this. I will be very cold through a winter before I give up. This isn't something I'm just gonna, like, dip on when I get tired and it's hard. It's already been so hard. So I don't remember what question that was even. Leave intimate relationships out of it for now. Get where you're going first. Eyes on the prize. Yeah, it's not really. We're not really approaching girls with the idea of building an intimate relation. More just to go out and have a little bit of fun. For me, it's building the social experience. Of, like, going up and approaching girls would be pretty valuable in my opinion. Let's see. Okay. Somebody wants to know, tell me more about once you get on your feet and start making money. Are you planning on staying in Michigan? I want to know more of the end goal. Okay. I don't know how much detail I'll go into this, but a lot of the things I decide to do in my life align towards a specific goal. And I would just like to have a lot of money is one thing, but also be jacked and very socially confident. There's a lot of different personality traits I'm going for, and most of the things I do on the day-to-day align with that. But I had the idea. I'm genuinely considering going back to school for 6 months. So I would probably be going to school. I'd just go to the last half of the year of this high school year. Because I don't know, I just think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to go back and see people my age, and ideally a large school where I can like meet a ton of people, find some kids that are going to be really successful, um, find a gym crew, some of that stuff. And the play there is, if I'm going to do that, I'm probably not going to want to pay rent because I'm not going to have the money. So I would deck out a van and just live out of that. And I think it'd be really cool. And that would get me through the school year. And then from there, we're home free, did our servitude of school. Also, a key with that, I wouldn't be getting my diploma. People freak out when I tell them I'm not getting my diploma. I am not planning on getting my diploma or GED. I haven't needed it so far. For comparison, I made $155 today, without a high school diploma or GED. Working, I made 110 of those dollars just doing weeding. Um, and last month I was on pace to make 6K flipping furniture. Bit of a big change from last month to this month, but I don't think I need a diploma. It's a controversial thing, but I mean, you guys can go get a diploma. I'll live with the consequences. But let's hit another question here. Oh, have I tried flipping fentanyl yet? I have not tried that. Honestly, though, I could see why people would deal drugs, especially if you're on the streets and really desperate, because that's the currency. Like, unfortunately, I've seen drug deals go down like in the soup kitchen while we're eating. It's just an open kitchen, everybody's there. Um, let's see. Read some more questions. Oh God, am I still in Ann Arbor? Yes. Uh, I will be in Ann Arbor. Hopefully, I think the play right now would be through the school year if I decide to go back. I'm not hard set on that. If I get a really good business opportunity from all the people I'm meeting, I might skip the going back to high school. But I wouldn't go back to high school to get my diploma. I'd go back to high school to talk with girls and have a more relaxed, it's like 8 hours a day of like security and comfort. All I gotta do is listen to the teacher, and I'll learn some stuff too. I think people like, the thing is with my plans, I don't really need a diploma in any way, like at all. Starting a business, nobody asks. I've not had one customer ask, other than just curiosity with like how old I am and me as a person. But a few years out of high school, nobody's asking if you have a diploma. They're not even thinking about it. Am I planning to stay in Michigan long term if I find success there? Um, Honestly, that's a hard question. I don't really have a plan. A lot of my goals and plans are very flexible. So if I get new information, like let's say this billionaire comes and talks to me and he's like, Ben, I want you to run my sales team. And you'll start as a sales rep. You'll work your way up. You'll start managing a crew, and then you'll be a regional, et cetera, et cetera. I might take that opportunity. It might mean I move to Florida, whatever. Um, I'm really here to just keep an open book and pursue whatever opportunities I decide look lucrative. Would I relocate if the winter gets too difficult? I'm not planning on it. I think the winter is gonna be. I think I'm gonna have a perfectly fine time in the winter. It's gonna. I think it could suck. It could absolutely suck. But I don't think I'd have an issue surviving. So I met a guy on the bus today that he said he's lived 22 years, in the winter here in Michigan, and he said it's totally doable. So homeless, I should say, for 22 years. I would ideally get back in contact with him. But now I have like this truck, and the awesome part, which you guys can't see, but it's got a topper. I'm actually living out of this right now. It's perfect, perfect for everything I need. I just need to find a place to consistently park it, which gonna do some research in tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon I should have some time. Where can I park it? I have one of the clients I did weeding for, she said she had a friend that has people staying on her property and that she'd reach out to her friend and see if, anyway, it's a lead potentially to find a place to park this. Um, yes, the truck runs and starts. It's started perfectly every time. It's got, it's not flawless. I will say that. It doesn't leak, which is awesome. Let's see. Am I at my camp? I am not at my camp. Yeah, Walmart has 24/7 parking. I should look into that. Crazy that you found a guy that just gave you his truck. That's insanely lucky. That is so, so true. I'm going to close this and then I'll respond. Yeah, so that is completely insane. Who, like, but here's the thing. Coming into this project, I knew that existed. I knew you could find somebody like that, and I knew I was going to find him. And so it's like, okay, it's insanely unlikely, but I've met probably 200 or 250 people. And so it's, when you start thinking about how many different people there are, it the it's actually not as crazy as you would think. Like, I kind of expected to find some sort of situation like that coming into this, that I would get pretty lucky. Look behind you. I just got super distracted. Yeah, somebody mentioned I need a park where it can stay if and when it breaks down. I mean, that's such a good point. Okay. I'm tripping out. Um, totally. I totally need a, and that's the thing. But if I stack cash and can live out of this for even just 1 or 2 months, I can get something way more reliable, and that'll be a way better situation. Do not, yeah. People are saying, look behind me. I don't know what I missed. Yeah, there's headlights behind me. I guess I can go look and see if there's something popping. That's just somebody in their car. We're chilling. Okay. Throw some more questions my way. Go outside. I don't have my shoes on. Why am I mean, I'm just chilling in my... Oh, maybe it was like somebody watching the stream or something. That'd be funny. Let me be your camera guy. Send me an email. If you want to follow me around, go for it. Make sure you're fed. Like, I'm not going to baby you, though. Kid is so gullible, lol. Yep. I'm an idiot. But, I don't know. It's worked so far. Okay. Favorite musician / band? I don't even know. I listen to Nordic music, jazz rap, alternative rock, classical rock, normal rock, the occasional heavy metal in there. Yeah. Ooh, what mods are you going to do to the truck? The only mods I'm going to do to the truck are going to be ones that are going to make my life easier and more efficient. I'm going to insulate the topper. If I need to stay the winter in this truck, I could, as long as I have a place to park it, because I know I can put foam board insulation on the truck bed, on the ceiling of the topper, on the sides. I'll need to do some work with venting so I don't have moisture buildup and mold. But besides for that, I can throw a heated sleeping bag in the back, and just, I don't think I'd have an issue staying the night. Let's see. What do you plan to do with your millions someday? What drives you to make money? That's a brilliant question. Honestly, I don't know. When I was 14 and like 13, I just saw people like Elon Musk and I was like, wow, I want to be them. And then from there, I decided to go homeless. That's Yeah. Anyway, bro, I'm not in Meyer parking lot. Okay, that's a lie. Um, Propane heater, yes. A ventless propane heater, carbon monoxide detector. Slap that bad boy. It's probably going to be the most cost effective and most efficient for heating. They don't like what you were doing and are mad, bro. Okay, now you're just trolling. What impacts do you hope to have with the business that you create? That's a great question. Oh man, I want to solve a problem that I've personally dealt with and that I hate. So like something that really bothers me and that I keep experiencing. And even the simple as a dirty bathroom in a store. That's a problem that you might experience as a customer. I could make it my mission to have the best janitorial service for all the stores in America. You can, and that could be $1 billion business. I'm not like, no joke. But I don't exactly know what my business is going to do. And that's why I haven't went all in on something for longer than 3 months because I don't know. I haven't felt quite passionate about anything specific yet. Am I going to read the comments? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I will. Kid, I'm trying to give you good advice. Quit pissing around. Unsure of what that means. I accept. Oh, there's so many. You can sleep at a rest stop when you get your wheels. Yes, that's very true. Please answer about Marcy. Am I going to stay at her place again? Is that the question? I can answer that very easily. Probably not. She might have an apartment available January in January, and I would talk to her about that. It just depends. I don't know. I don't know. Ben, does it clamp and shake? How often? Answer my question. Stop dodging it. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means at all. No response. Do you have a driver's license? Yes, I have a valid Montana driver's license. I don't know. I don't think I need to switch it to Michigan for, I don't know what the rules are on that, but I might need to look into it. Um, yeah, I'm completely legal to drive right now because we have tags. Well, we got the plates on here. We got insurance. I'm a driver on the insurance, and I got my driver's license. And so this thing's legal to drive, which a lot of people were saying when I was looking into getting a vehicle. It's gonna be a pain to get. Like, you're never gonna be able to afford insurance, XYZ. But I hit a stroke of luck, got a truck for free because Caleb's an absolute legend. I should have Caleb on the podcast or on a live stream. He would love that. I'm doing a meeting job with Caleb in like 5 days too. So that'll be cool. You guys will see more of Caleb. He's been a legend so far, and just a great guy in general. Did you sign a title for these wheels? Be cautious because you might get Caleb in trouble if you wreck it. No, I didn't sign the title. The title is in Caleb's name. He shouldn't get an issue in trouble because I'm on the insurance. So we should be okay with that. I'm not planning on getting in a wreck as well. Ben, I saw you at the Walmart in Phoenix, Arizona today. Okay. They are coming. Did you have a girlfriend at home? I did have a girlfriend at one point. We broke up quite a while ago. Not exactly the best first girlfriend experience, but um, I, I'll get back into the dating game eventually. I mean, if I go back to school, I might date some and go up to girls and stuff. It'll be a little bit weird with social media. I don't know that I want a reality TV my whole life, but I mean, for now, it kind of is like that. It's kind of frustrating, but at the same time, I've made $100 off YouTube. I don't know. That is kind of nice. Let's see. Nobody ever plans on crashing, but you can get rear-ended. You have no control over that happening. If I get rear-ended, the other party's responsible for it, so that their insurance should cover it. Um, at least that's typically how it works. He added you to the Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not even gonna read that. You're doing really good, though, Brody, but treat yourself to a lady. I'm not sure if that's my exact philosophy. You could easily be a full-time streamer. You already got a good start. Just keep going. This is what I'd love to do. There's no way it would work safely, but in the future, if let's say I kept doing this homeless thing, maybe not necessarily homeless, but like could be really cool to swap identities, become like some other person. And I don't know how you do this legally or if you can, but become somebody with maybe like a pretty aggressive felony record and then start building and like try to survive your way on the streets with a felony record. And then with that, I would have a pair of glasses that live streams 16 hours a day, my entire day of me just hustling, getting off the streets. I don't know. That could be pretty interesting. The tech isn't out right now, but if there was, it'd probably have to be the hack camera is too aggressive for it draws too much attention. If I had a pair of glasses, camera built in, 24/7 or 16-hour a day live stream and doing a similar project, I think that would go like astronomically viral. But almost like for now, that's not that's just dreaming. Let's see. Throw some questions my way, guys. Oh, this is a good one. I think people are taking your message to be that homelessness is a choice. From what I can tell, that isn't what you're saying, right? No, in no way. Like, I mean, homeless. You could choose to be homeless. Anybody that has a home could choose to be homeless by selling their home or ending their lease agreement and living on the streets. The project in no way is indicating that people that are homeless right now could just choose to get a home. I mean, I've spent 30 days working my ass off. I came in with a strong body, clear mental health, some past experience in business. And in 30 days, I still haven't been able to get an apartment. And it's like, and I came in with lots of things already. Actual homeless people, they come in with toxic family, potentially drug issues. Uh, there's like mental health issues. There's so many things working against normal homeless people that I can understand why somebody would get stuck in a cycle of being homeless for years. And along with that, I think there is hope for anybody that is homeless. And I'm proving as an example that it can be done. It obviously isn't easy. Um, and it might not be as easy for you as it would be for me, but that doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means it's going to take longer. But I got passion on that question. On to another one. Let's see. Would you recommend would you recommend me starting to do what you're doing? That's a crazy question. No. I wouldn't. Unless, don't do it because it looks so cool. Like, don't go homeless and do this project because it looks so cool for me. This sucks. Like, I woke up this morning and just cried in my sleeping bag because I was worried I was gonna freeze this winter, and it was raining, it was thundering. I knew I had to work all day. I thought I was gonna work in the rain just all day being soaked. And then, like, this sucks. I still think it's worth it for me, but like, unless you feel really called to it, I don't think you have to do it. I don't think it's even worth doing. I feel called to it more than anything just as a personal development project of like, what am I capable of? What is the limit of what I'm capable of? And kind of pushing that boundary. I wouldn't recommend doing this. I had no idea the channel was going to be successful. I mean, it's not even that successful by most content creator standards. Dude, I live in West Michigan. Nasty storm hit us. Yeah, there was a very aggressive storm today. I wish I could capture the videos better for everyone. It's just I'm so busy. And I'm filming. I'm at customers' houses or my job, like literally 50% of my time. Period. And then when I'm biking around, people say the audio isn't good. Then I have to like pick a time to like there's a lot of things that go into it. I don't want to wear my camera everywhere because some of the homeless people recognize me from going to the soup kitchen, and it just gets it gets more sketchy when you're bringing attention with like an expensive camera on your hat. And I don't, yeah. And then on top of that, I'm just so busy. Like it's 11:30 right now, and I've been like, it's not uncommon for me to work till 10. Well, I work till 9 almost every night. And then after that, I go into some of the other stuff I need to do. Like yesterday, I swapped the pedals on my bike and et cetera, et cetera. Let's hit another question. This video isn't good. Looks like a taxi cab confessions. What does that mean? And why do I think it's so funny? Like taxi, like I'm in a taxi cab and I'm confessing. That would be an interesting video where I just like do an hour of or not an hour, but like 10 minutes of just confessing all the things that like all my sins. I don't even know. What was the last grade you completed? I completed my junior year. I have a senior level of education in English and math just because of the way I was homeschooled. So if I go back to school, it really shouldn't be that hard because I already have math and English like dialed in. It'll be a good refresher and probably learn a little bit more. Did you buy a car? Whose car are you in? I got this truck for free from Caleb. He's loaning it to me for the winter. I'm listed as a driver on his insurance, so I'm insured. His plates are good. And I have my own license. I'm completely legal to drive this car. You'll see, I think tomorrow's video is when we get the truck running. You guys get to see like the ahead, I don't know what you call it. Oh yeah, the sneak peek into the future because I have a buffer. I think this is a great project, and I do envy your ambition of working hard and making it. Yeah, I think it's a different life to work all the time, and I don't anticipate changing that even when I'm off the streets. In fact, I was working probably 9 or 10 hour days, 6 days a week before this project on my furniture flipping business. I think it can look glamorous because you're getting better results, because you're making more progress and stuff. But I think on the other hand, today I spent 6 hours hunched over pulling weed after weed. It's not actually that much fun. So there's pros and cons to it. yeah, you're screwed. Hit HDDD. Pace yourself. You'll be working for 50 more years. Let's see. I'm 17. 50 would put me at 67. Nah, I got 65 more years to work. Easy. Here's the thing. Uh, I want to do some really big stuff with my life. And I don't really mind the prospect of working my whole life is not negative to me. It's actually it's just a different way of living. I don't think it's worse with the way that I want to do it, especially running a business. Like it's so to me it's so exciting to meet customers, try to figure out how like with my furniture flipping business, I had it for 3 months. I grew it from not knowing how to flip furniture to on the third month I was on pace to make 6K profit. And just that process was so exciting. So I don't really I'm not too afraid of the work in the future. I want to be able to choose to do it, though. I do want to have the money to be able to choose. What's the big stuff you want to do? That's a good question. It's also starting to rain. Oh man, I do like having a vehicle. Oh, my tent would leak. My tent's out in the woods. It gets super humid. There is a mouse in this vehicle, though, which kind of sucks. But I won't worry about that for now. Oh yeah, what big stuff do I want to do in the future? Um, that is a good question. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I just know I want to do something big. And I would say in some ways what I'm doing for my own life right now is already big, but I hope to actually solve some world problems on a larger scale than just a small town or even just a town like Ann Arbor, which I think is like 100,000. Anyway, I'd like to be nationwide with my business. Um, that's a long ways off, but one step at a time. What kind of music do I listen to? I have a kind of an interesting philosophy for music. It depends on what I'm doing and the vibe that I have. If I'm doing something if I'm really kind of depressed and tired and just want to sleep, I'll slap on Nordic war music because I'll just envision myself being like one of the guys that rows the boats for like an eternity, just like 6 weeks on end, rowing a boat all day. And I just envision myself being that like guy rowing the boat. And I don't know, somehow it helps me cope with like the challenge. Am I religious? Ah, that's a great question. My parents are Christian. I am not Christian. I don't hold any religious beliefs. I feel like I've been consistently proven wrong to myself about any beliefs that I would hold. For example, I can very quickly articulate this. There's one house right now in America where a father is sitting down with his son, telling the son, you're falling away from the Bible. I'm concerned about you. And I can very easily picture another household somewhere else in America where the father is sitting the son down and the father's saying, son, you're falling away from the Quran and I'm worried about you. And so that's where I quickly am like, okay, when my parents sit me down and tell me about anything religious wise, there's somebody else being taught the complete opposite thing. And so from there I was like, I don't know I don't really know. That's my only answer. I do not know. Anyway, on to another question. Yes, you can let me know if the rain gets really loud. You can rent a storage unit truck parking lot for 150 a month. I think I could do that. Now, can I sleep in it without them noticing? Probably. Like, it really wouldn't cause any issues. I open my door, I sit in back, I pull out in the morning. So it really, really shouldn't hurt them in any way. I might consider that, because that would be a cheap option. Let's see. Would you consider doing a project moving to a country that you don't know how to speak and work your way up there? If I were to do this thing, because here's the thing, I'm 17. I should be like, I'm so dumb compared to what I will be. I could get really good at moving up from zero at anywhere in the US, but if you want to take it a step up and be like, okay, let's fly to let's fly to somewhere that doesn't speak English and take the level from 5 to 25. You know, you basically just a big level up in difficulty. Let's see here, let's get another. Everyone needs to encourage Ben to remove the mouse from his truck. That's so true. There's probably diseases and shit. Oh, dang it. I don't know if I can swear. I hope I don't. I don't know what the rules are. Anyway. But I kind of want to befriend it. It's kind of lonely doing this project. So it'd be so cool to befriend the mouse and, like, have it as a pet. And then I could, like, I don't know. It's lonely. It's lonely. Let's just put it that way. Oh, somebody thinks I should name the mouse. I agree. I think I should name the mouse too. As long as I don't catch a disease. Name the mouse, yes. Well, it might not even be in here anymore. I haven't seen it. If I were to stay in here very long, though, it's gonna, like, eat my food and stuff. Ben, you are such a good kid, LMAO. I love that. I know I definitely appear very naive in things, and I don't know, that's fine. I don't feel like a bad guy, and that's part of what's made the hate on the project harder for me, is because, I don't know, I don't really feel like I'm a bad guy. I don't really feel like I know I'm not trying to screw people over. I try to help people as much as I can, and so that seeing the hate was definitely something hard, but it also, just being so stressed with doing the project as a whole doesn't help. Now I'm feeling a lot better about, like, somebody can leave a hate comment and it doesn't really affect me nearly as much emotionally, or it hasn't recently anyway. Let's see if we can find another. Yeah, the mouse could be living under the hood. There wasn't any chewed wires. It didn't look like he was living there, but you're totally right. Yeah, but I don't know. I need to think about it. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be awesome to keep the mouse as a pet if I could, like, tame it and stuff, but why did I choose Michigan? Adventure. It wasn't really about the place, it was more about what I was doing. This rain has got to be loud, is it? I don't know if I can. Yeah, the rain's. That would have messed me up. Well, I would have been wet. Okay, good. You can hear me over the... Ben, you need a mic. Yeah, well... I need money. Actually, I'm making pretty good money. I made $160 today. I made $2,000 since landing. Yeah, I know the raindrops are huge. How many days have I been... Or how many days is there for a buffer? I'm going to slowly increase it for, like, safety reasons, so that I don't need to worry about as much telling people where I am. But right now it's 3 days. Throw some more questions. Anything. Literally don't need money, you can go home. You know, that's not a question, but I'll answer it like a question. Technically I could, but I don't know, when I commit to something, I commit to it, and I don't really feel like, I don't view going home as an option unless I'm gonna die. Did you grow up isolated? That's terrible. That's a terrible question. Yeah, I did. No, I mean, it's true. But I think it both helps me and hinders me at the same time. Because I do have pretty good social skills, but then at the same time, I'm kind of retarded. I hope I don't get canceled for using the word retarded. Do I have any leads on apartments? Well, if I decide to go back to school, it's going to be really hard to pay for an apartment and go through school. So my thought was, let's just live van life for the next year. And then the other pro with that is, let's say a rich billionaire gives me the opportunity to work with him, but it's in a different state. I can just drive my van over and I'm set to start a new life somewhere else. So it basically keeps my doors open. So I'm thinking of decking out a van, and then I can just funnel all of my cash into getting a really good setup. I don't know for sure if that's what I want to do. The book's open on that. How long have you been doing this? Good question. Let me tell you. 27 days. I did pack up my campsite. I still need to take the tent. Yeah, you guys get the sneak peek, all the spoilers. Maybe a job that provides a room. Yeah, the problem is, I've seen this a few times already. If I get a job that provides a room, you're very, very, very dependent on your employer, and he can underpay you. He can kind of mess with you, and you can't do much because you're so dependent on the work. So for now, I don't. If a good opportunity and I trusted the employer, I would consider a job that gives me housing. Honestly, so I don't know if the right opportunity comes up. Enable super chat. I don't know how to do that. I've never streamed before. Start a poll. Oh, a poll is cool. Do not get a job that provides a room. That's called slavery. With the right employer, it could be a good situation. With the wrong employer, yeah, it's slavery. Because I know some people that's hard that have a similar situation going on. Anyway, you will inspire and show homeless people the blueprint on how to get back on their feet. Yes, I do hope that people can use this as a resource and can watch it and be inspired. For some of the people that I meet, they probably couldn't do it as fast as me, even if but then you also have to remember they are older, so you have more life experience. But I do hope that people can use the series as that, and at the very least, some people can just watch it for entertainment. Let's see. Monetization settings of YT. Yeah, I'll enable super chat for the next stream if I can figure it out. It shouldn't be too hard. Feel like this series will eventually blow up. I agree. I just think it's not very normal for somebody to like commit to a project like this. I could see it blowing up in a couple years, or maybe just sometime in the future, where somebody, like, I don't know, it's a really interesting idea, and that's partly why I wanted to do it. It's like, that's a great story to tell, and I just think it's interesting. Do you worry about getting lonely doing all this? Dude, lonely, that's so, that hits hard. Yeah, and not just this, but like I don't really think the same way as most people, and I also have ruthlessly high standards. So I don't know. Yeah, I do feel lonely. It depends, but definitely through this project, that's definitely something that. God, I just read a comment that's so bad. Anyway, we will give you super chat money as payment for the content you're giving us. I mean, I'm not asking for your money, but if you want to give it, I guess I'm not gonna reject that. I don't know. It'd be funny to start some sort of like goal to fund for the super chats to fund like I don't know. Oh, I hope Caleb's not watching this. I would like to do something for Caleb with the monetization of this video because Caleb's not like he's not necessarily in that much better of a position. Caleb's the guy who gave me the truck. He's such a good kid. I can see it, and I want to get him something nice at some point. But hopefully, I don't know. I might have fucked it up saying it on stream, but at some point I might. What's your Cash App? You don't just keep your money. People have offered me money because they see me shivering outside. Don't. I don't need your money. This is all a choice. I can work for my money. How do you stay motivated to your project? Oh, that's a good question. I don't. I just wake up and I keep going. Well, I do. I just, like I said, I don't view going back as an option. So it's more about being motivated to not freeze. And I just funnel that every time I want to do something that I know is a big waste of time or a mistake. And so I just think, am I going to freeze? And I don't want to freeze. Lol, you were kind of forced in your situation, question mark. I don't know what that means. How did I do with the storms that came through? It got nasty here too. We had super, it came on in like 7 minutes, a ton of wind, and then a huge, aggressive downpour. I was just weeding, to be honest, so it wasn't that bad. Um, and then it hasn't been too bad now. I was weeding, and then I went and did my cleaning job. I got completely soaked, but I'm letting my socks dry now. My feet are out and whatever. Somebody, you look young. Can I ask your age? Yeah, I'm 17. I am young. I am young. Sometimes I'm surprised when I say that. This is a great question. How has your attitude changed from the start of the project? Oh man. Man, that's a big question. It's almost less the attitude is maybe a little less naive, like a little less optimistic and excited because I'm 27 days in. I've had some really rough times getting my bike stolen, my rent stolen, lots of thievery, my can stolen. If anybody that's watched through the whole series, you guys saw all of those things happen. Um, at least my body is safe. Anyway, okay, sorry. Back on topic. A perspective has changed a lot. I know what it's like to live on a very low income. I know what it's like to struggle and look in the carts of other people and be like, how can they afford an entire cart of groceries? And I can't say I know what it's like, but I have an experience that, like, that's what I thought to myself. Is like, the first days especially, somebody would just have, like, a box of Pop-Tarts in their cart, and I'd look in it, and I'll be like, man, I'm so hungry. And then I'd go trade some pop cans in for a banana. Have you heard of emergency blankets? They are available at Ace Hardware for a few bucks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use it to block the windows and the topper so I have a better place to sleep and people aren't looking at me. Um, it might work as insulation as well, but I have heard of them. I do need to get them. Go home. You're not homeless. You don't know what it's like. I would say my truck is my home, and I do know what it's like. I've been sleeping outside for 25 days. It might depend, it might change by climate, but I do have an idea. Now, I will say it's not the same experience as a lot of people that are forced into it. So, on one hand, I know what it's like to sleep out on the streets. On the other hand, it's not the exact same as somebody who's forced into it. It would be dumb for me to claim that is what happened. It's not. Ooh, do you have financial milestones, and is there an ultimate goal that will end this project? Honestly, that's a good question. I think the vlog's gonna continue. If I keep a similar audience, I would keep vlogging every day, just because it takes about an hour, and I make about 20 bucks at my current viewer base, and that should only go up. And at some point, it might take an hour, and I'll make 100 bucks, and then that's 100 bucks an hour. Uh, I think I'll end the project when I feel like my life is stable. So let's say it could be a couple grand in the bank, and like a good reliable, if I decide to go the route of living in a van, be a couple grand in the bank, and a fairly nice like van that's not gonna break down on me at any time. Spare tire, some of the basic stuff. Basically, when all of my essential needs are consistently covered and I'm safe. That's when I would probably end the project. What's your worst possible situation you'd have to be in for you to go back home? So what's the worst thing that would happen before I go home? Uh, if I lost a limb, I would probably go home. If if I felt like I was actually gonna die and it didn't just suck. So like there's a difference between it really, really sucking and like I'm actually gonna die. If I was actually gonna die, I think it'd be irresponsible of me to continue. Um, and so I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can make it through the winter. Even if I didn't have a truck, I think I can make it through the winter. On top of that, I've been building a network, and pretty much everybody I meet, I'm like filing it into my contacts list. I have several different people I would reach out to if it starts getting really, really cold and I'm still sleeping in a tent or something. And I'm pretty sure one of them would allow me to stay with them for some amount of time. Am I making 10K a month yet? No, this month, day 20, it's 27 days in, and I have made $2,000. So I definitely need to do some leveling up from there. If I do school, I might not be making 10K a month until I might not make 10K a month at all, actually. And for a year, it might be a year or so. I think the YouTube channel actually has a lot of potential if it were to grow. If I were to grow my audience by 10x, I'd be making $200 a day, which would be 6K a month from YouTube, which would be, it wouldn't be very hard to work from there. If I'm not counting YouTube revenue, it'd be hard to get to 10K a month, I think, given my goal to go back to school. And again, like I say, I don't know if I'm going to do that for sure. I don't know what the plan is yet. Let's see. Let's get some more questions. Oh, look at me. I'm better at being homeless than these other losers. No. So being actually homeless, honestly, I'm pretty bad at it. If you watch the earlier videos, I didn't really know what I was doing. I've met some homeless people that have been homeless for a while. They have a lot more experience. Just for context, I've met two guys that were homeless at Myers at one point. And I told them, oh yeah, this is everything I own. And they were like, you don't have a camp setup or anything? And they were like, that's crazy, dude. So they were like, they had more experience. Having a camp setup was a big game changer. But no, I do not know how to be homeless better than other people. Listening to rap. Start listening to rap. I like rap. I don't think you should stop this mission. I think you should continue into the next steps. Getting a van, getting an apartment, starting a business, then make business videos. Bro, you just summarized it. That's the game plan. Maybe through the school year. Well, here's the thing. I'm kind of thinking of starting a business and doing school if I can get like a couple $1,000s before the school year, or before like halfway through the year when I'd want to go. Couple $1,000. My expenses would be pretty little right now. Looking at like $250 to park my truck, $250 for insurance, and then maybe like $300 on food. like not crazy bad, and then that'll give me some some runway for starting some sort of business. I think that could be really fun. I don't know for sure. Let's see. Oh, have I ever thought about going to Mars? I don't think I've ever thought of that. That's that's a actually a really deep question. I'm just kidding. That's not deep. Could I flip furniture with my 8th grade education? I mean, if you have your driver's license and you have a truck and you can rent a storage unit, your I don't think your parents need to sign on the storage unit. They didn't when I rented. And you have marketplace. I mean, I say you do it. Do you know you can block a user from the YouTube channel? Yeah, I've hidden a couple people. I don't know if it blocks it for everybody. I just know for myself, it's like these people are just deeply toxic, and it's probably not worth me keep like ever seeing their comments. So I have blocked a few people, I think, too. You're tripping, Ben. Better go home while you can, bro. What does that mean? Like, actually think on that. You're tripping, Ben. Better go home while you can, bro. What does that mean? Like, staying through the winter? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you saying I'm not going to have a home eventually? Or do you think I'm going to die? I don't know. That's... Yeah, no matter what you do, there will always be someone hating, lol. Yeah, that's so true. That is so, so true. And it's something I'll have to accept if I'm going to do any amount of content, because there's no way around the haters. Do I have the tools to change a tire? I do not. I don't actually have a spare tire at the moment. Caleb's going to bring one Sunday when we work together. I do have the tools to change a flat tire, except my breaker bar is too weak to break the lug nuts on the truck right now, because the lug nuts are very tight. I'm thinking of buying like a $300 mechanic tool set, so I can start doing my own repairs. I'm kind of unsure if it's worth. I see myself using it a lot. I think it would make sense to purchase that. Oh yeah, just use my bike tubes to change the tire. That's a perfect idea. Yeah, pull the old one off, slap a couple of those bike tubes in, and you'll be perfect. Do I have any coding experience? Do not. Y'all supporting this kid not finishing high school are the problem. Oh, interesting. Bro, I would like to let you watch me become successful without finishing high school. I think that'd be interesting. Feel free to watch the journey. I'm making, last month I was on pace to make 6K. I'm making 20 bucks a day off YouTube, and I don't know, I just have a feeling it's gonna be hard for me to be a failure, even if I don't have my diploma or GED. The type of person that I would actually work for and want to work for multiple years, they're not going to care if I have a diploma. They're going to care if I get stuff done. And I'm hoping to get good at getting stuff done and get good at solving problems. Ben makes 100 plus a day. Yeah, so I make 100 plus a day. I'd say on average, I guess this month I've averaged about, I think it's $70 a day, $70 somebody might need to check my math on that. $2,000, or it's actually $2,100 profit since I landed, and it's been 27 days. I don't know how much that works out per day, but it's probably about 80 bucks on average. But you have to think, I just flew to a new city with no network, no connections. I didn't know the region. I didn't really know anything at all. So I'd say that's an okay start. And next month, I'm hoping to make closer to $3,000. I think I'd be happy with that. Maybe edging 4,000. I don't know for sure though. I think the weeding clients are going to be hit or miss. Right now, for the next week, I have about 6 hours booked every day of weeding, and then my evening cleaning job for $45 an hour, which would bring me to a total of $165, just based off my last jobs. Some of them don't run quite 3 hours. So unpaid, it looks like in the next week, I'm going to make, on average, $130 a day. Let's see. I'm gonna starve for views. I don't know what it means. Maybe it means I'm gonna like purposefully hurt myself for views through doing this project. I think the key with that is I would be doing this project even if the channel was doing really bad, and I would say in some regards the channel's not anything huge. So like the views, it wouldn't be worth it for how hard this is for the views. That's my honest spot. Let's see. Have I had any violent encounters yet? I have. I have had violent encounters. A guy at the dollar store was being aggressive towards two of the ladies at the checkout register. It was actually really, really like intense. He screamed for 20 minutes straight while the cops were on the way. I don't remember what day that was, but there's a cop on the thumbnail. You can watch it. I didn't capture the actual footage. Like I say, it's in real life. My focus is not filming. It's kind of surviving and trying to figure out a situation out before winter. Yeah, so this is an interesting perspective. Do you view this project as a Ryan Trahan type challenge, like surviving with a penny? Because the main criticism is that you're trying to be a real homeless person when you can still go home. And I think that the key there is, I just don't view going home as an option. And it's weird for other people that are watching, because in your mind it is an option. I just don't view it as an option. I don't know how to make it different. So, but a point on that is that I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to say I'm the same as normal homeless people. I'm trying to say I was moved out of my parents too before this project, so that makes it a little different. I was moved out for like 3 months in a camper before doing this. So it wasn't quite like I just came out of my parents' house and when I get bored I'm going to go back. It's more, this is something I felt called to, and it's not really about it's actually not at all about proving anything about homelessness in general. It's more, to me, just trying to work my way up from homelessness. And that's like, that summarizes it. And I feel like the title should capture that. The title is just Going Homeless in Michigan, Day 1. And that's really exactly what I'm doing, is going homeless in Michigan, Day 27, which would be today. One day I want to hike across America. Might not be the whole country, but probably a few states at least. Shoot, go for it. Depending on your age, the younger you are, the less responsibilities you have, the more it's going to make sense and the easier it'll be. What do my parents think? Oh my goodness, that is a good question. That's probably been my most frequent question um that I've been asked. They're chill with it. I can dive more into that later on. It's actually getting, I don't know what time it is now. It's kind of about midnight, so I should probably go to bed. Um yeah, if oh, so the guy, yeah, so the person, yeah, if you're not young, you should definitely do it. The only point in doing it young is when you don't have as many responsibilities, but if you can build up an emergency fund, if you have a family, make sure they're taken care of. Tell them like, "Hey, this is going to be a little bit risky, but I want to do this adventure and I feel passionate about it." Get your wife and kids set, and then shoot, go for it, dude. Film it or don't film it. Just have a story to tell. And if you feel passionate about it, I'd say pull the trigger. Okay, yeah, I'm calling it for a night. I did not mean to do an hour and 12-minute live stream, but it was cool to talk to everyone. You guys got a sneak peek on the truck that'll be coming. I think that's tomorrow's video. It's gonna be so nice to sleep in here tonight. I'm really, really excited. It's got a topper in the back, so I'll be sleeping there. I'll probably drive to somewhere random. Yeah, sleep well, everyone.